Hello and welcome to Shanghai Eye. Monday through Friday here on Dragon TV, we'll bring you stories to explore and decode China. I'm Chen Xuan.
And I'm Timothy Pope. We're going to focus on business, entertainment, arts and culture, and sports, everything that we love about Shanghai. China's new energy vehicle production and sales both realised pretty steady growth in the first 10 months of this year, with NEVs taking up an increasing share in the overall auto sales for China. Now, what that brings is more promising prospects for companies in the supply chain, especially for some from Europe who've had a very long history in the car industry. Zhang Shixuan explores this issue.
China's EV boom is hardly news to many in the world, as the industry passes milestone after milestone. Most recently, this October, monthly sales of NEVs surpassed sales of conventional engine vehicles for the first time. That's according to data released by the China Association of Automobile Manufacturers.
China is developing incredibly fast, potentially far more faster than other countries.
Definitely China is much faster. Consumers, car drivers, car owners are very demanding.
ZF is a German automotive parts supplier. They make things like car gearboxes and chassis components. Do they see China's top-speed NEV development as more of a challenge or an opportunity?
Both. I think a challenge is always an opportunity. It depends how you respond to that. I've been coming to Asia for the last 25 years. It was always a different speed than other markets, so I see more opportunities than challenges.
China's EV exports almost doubled in October from a year ago.
I think that's also an opportunity for others to learn and deploy from China.
While the world has been witnessing the country's EV production and sales capability for years now, the aftermarket for the new energy vehicle is yet to take off.
The whole industry is going through a major transformation.
And it seems given the faster EV development, the aftermarket transformation is also going to start earlier here.
So this system started in China, and then you're expected to bring them to elsewhere in the world with China's exports of its trucks?
Potentially.
In the next 6-7 years, you still have a good revenue stream out of the conventional cars, but you need to adjust your distribution, you need to train your workshop so that you're ready then if the EVs come from 4S into the independent aftermarket.
So to see how China's workshops and many suppliers ready themselves for the transformation, first, I visited a garage owner in Shanghai who's been in the auto repair business for more than 2 decades.
20多年了，真的颠覆了我们这个行业，所有的东西都改变了。
那个是传统，最早。
对，那是传统的燃油车。
这个是今年新开的。
对，这个是今年。
这个明显好看很多，是新能源，更现代化一些了。
对的，是的，以新能源为主。
这个地方如果1年饱和的话，我看是6个车位嘛，7个车位。
对，用7个位置加一个新能源的3电专修。
饱和情况下1年能够进场多少车？
如果是底盘，这种转换率稍微快点；如果真是修到3电，可能这个就慢一点。你要按1个月，1天10台的情况下，300台。
Shane took me to his new workshop with a more modern look that's specifically for new energy vehicle repair. It only opened at the end of March. The day I went to the garage, there were 4 vehicles waiting for repair or an inspection on the chassis, sheet metal painting, or more importantly, on electronic components. The new garage, according to Xing, represented an investment of nearly 800,000 yuan, 30% more than a traditional one.
就像我们这个升降机，电车呢，它本来就重，所以说我们这个都要4吨以上的。像那个传统的燃油车，可能只有3吨、3.5吨的就够了。所以说这个投入比还是比以前要高很多。传统的绝缘表，我们买个可能就500-600块钱、700-800块钱，那一个绝缘表将近2000块。
能从市场上赚回来吗？这个
目前还不行。
在等待是什么样的一个时机呢？
就是等他们这个市场过饱，还有一种呢就是网约车。因为网约车的他们开的公里数比较高，他们可能开个2年、3年就已经出保。今年已经有一部分，然后呢，接下来估计明后年应该是一个爆发期。
And this is just one of the 60,000 workshops across China that have connected with ZF Aftermarket. And there are always reasons now for such big-name auto suppliers to have a strong presence in the country.
We looked at how do you repair batteries, can you change modules? How do you then, if you plug in the battery again, how do you also do a recalibration with the system? This is what we also learn from our local team here, and then bring that back into Europe.
We know in the past it was more like
the opposite. For aftermarket, we invest, number one, in product range expansion. We have, for example, 2 manufacturing plants, so we also manufacture for aftermarket. We invested also in our new remanufacturing center because sustainability will play a role in aftermarket. We invest in our people, in our teams, our sales teams, in our workshop teams.
A lot of investment has been made to embrace the EV era, where the firm sees more opportunities.
The EV cars are heavier because of the battery, so they need different components for chassis, for shock absorbers. So there is an opportunity to grow. And on top of that, of course, we also invested into e-drives to have also those components which you don't have in gasoline or diesel injected cars.
Similar evolution is taking place also in the commercial vehicle sector. ZF last year introduced a new smart diagnostic tool for truck and trailer in China. And so far, it's been used in more than 1,700 workshops.
We will be able to get the vehicle on the road 20 to 30% faster. It's not only to China, but particularly in China. If we don't have the speed of response, we will not be successful. We don't bring European solution to China. We co-develop it with partners. We also have a Chinese particular R&D. First of all, because the equipment on the setup of the vehicle is China specific. The speed of development in China is incredibly fast. So that's one of the benefits to develop Chinese solutions here.
How fast?
Incredibly fast. Definitely faster than in other areas of the world. Whenever we have new features loading in, I think it happens more or less on a monthly basis.
Will this be delivered to elsewhere in the world later?
Yes, there's a huge potential outside China. We know that a lot of Chinese vehicles, Chinese trucks are being exported to other areas of the world. As this is the most comprehensive system we provide to diagnose those vehicles, we are incredibly convinced that the deployment of this system outside China will gain high numbers in the coming years.
What that brings is a much more rapid R&D process. And Shanghai has become a hot destination for the European firms. The European Union Chamber of Commerce in China in November released a Shanghai position paper, saying that 2/3 of the surveyed firms find it easy to do business in Shanghai. 74% view the city as a better location than other Chinese cities for establishing a research and development facility.
We expect to continue with the growth, to keep the pace of the development, and always look at for the right partners who will adapt to the change. Clearly, with the Chinese OEMs, the product portfolio, what we develop here for the Chinese market, we can reuse in South America, in Europe, for some of the Chinese OEMs.
The future prospects have been picking up for the market demand for the R&D results. That newly opened garage now already sees more than 1/3 of the cars coming for repair in new energy vehicles. And they are bringing a higher per customer transaction.
整体客单价高个20-30吧，说的客单价比较高了。传统燃油车可能经常我要修2部，有可能达到这一个新能源车的这个客单价，所以这样来对比，它确实是高了。
The rising per customer transaction, Xin says, has come from the battery exchange, the larger wheels, and the special fluids. He's expecting NEV repair orders will rise by 10% for the 2 years to come.
Now for today's Shanghai A to Z. For anyone interested in starting a small private business in Shanghai, here's a general overview of the procedures. First, you must complete business registration with the Shanghai Municipal Administration for Market Regulation, which you can do either on its official website or via the Suishenban app and a mini program. After that, you may proceed with the new taxpayer registration via the Shanghai Electronic Tax Service website. Log in through the individual services portal and you will be able to finish submitting the information on yourself and your business. Once your business is registered, other procedures such as bank account filing, general VAT taxpayer registration and invoice application can also be completed through the website. Also, if you prefer an in-person consultation, you may visit the tax service hall of your district tax bureau after completing registration with the Market Regulation Authority. And now to our Q&A section. Margot from France asks, I sent from France a package to Shanghai, but the package is held at the customs because the invoice is not with the package. I can send by email the invoice, but I don't have the email address to send it. So what shall I do? Well, Margot, you can complete the supplementary declaration either online or in person through official customs services with no extra charging fees. For online submission, there are 2 platforms, China Customs and China International Trade single window, both available via website, mobile app, and WeChat mini program. These platforms provide a one-stop online mail service for handling declarations, or you can use in-person submission at the customs service counter of the local post office to complete the supplementary declaration.
If you've got any questions for us, you can find us on all of the socials, and of course all of our content is online as well.
We'd love to hear from you, and do join us here on Dragon TV Monday to Friday.
Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.